Imagine studying for a math test under the flickering light of a dying candle while the rain pounds on a leaky roof above you. This was Maya's reality, a young student determined to pursue education despite every obstacle thrown her way. Her village had no electricity, no internet, and barely any books. But Maya's hunger to learn was fiercer than any hardship. Every morning, she walked 3 miles to a dusty library that opened only 2 days a week. The shelves were sparse, the pages worn, but Maya treated each book like a treasure map leading her to a brighter future. When the library was closed, she'd write notes by memory, repeating formulas and vocabulary aloud, making the silence of her small room feel like a classroom. But the challenges didn't stop there. Her family depended on her to help with chores, fetching water, cooking meals, and caring for younger siblings. Time was scarce and exhaustion was a constant companion. Yet Maya carved out moments, early dawns before the sun rose, late nights after everyone slept, where she could study. She created a schedule, a simple chart on a scrap of paper marking every hour dedicated to learning, no matter how small. One day, Maya discovered an old smartphone buried in a drawer. It had no SIM card and barely held a charge, but she saw potential. She charged it under the sun using a tiny solar panel a neighbor lent her. Then she downloaded free educational apps using the village's intermittent Wi-Fi signal whenever she could. She began watching video lessons in short bursts, pausing and replaying until complex ideas became clear. Maya didn't just passively consume knowledge, she became a teacher herself. She gathered neighborhood children under a large baobab tree, turning it into an open-air classroom. Using sticks and dirt, she drew diagrams and explained concepts she'd learned. This act of sharing deepened her own understanding and built a small community of learners hungry for change. Her determination caught the attention of a visiting NGO worker who offered her a scholarship to a boarding school in the city. The transition was overwhelming, the noise, the technology, the fast pace, but Maya faced it with the same grit. She used her experiences to mentor other students struggling to adapt, turning her vulnerability into strength. Years later, Maya returned to her village, not just as a graduate, but as a beacon of possibility. She launched a community learning center powered by solar energy, stocked with donated books and tablets. Children who once had no access to education now had a place to dream. Maya's journey teaches us that obstacles are not walls, but stepping stones. When resources are scarce, creativity fills the gap. When time is limited, discipline maximizes it. When support seems absent, building community becomes the answer. So what can you take from Maya's story? First, identify your unique challenges honestly. Then, brainstorm unconventional ways to tackle them, like solar charging a phone or turning a tree into a classroom. Next, manage your time with clear, achievable goals. Finally, share your knowledge or progress with others, because teaching and community reinforce growth. Remember, determination isn't about having the perfect conditions. It's about making the conditions work for you. Whether your obstacle is a noisy home, a tight schedule, or limited resources, your mindset and strategy are your greatest tools. Start today by listing your biggest hurdle. Then write down 3 creative actions you can take to overcome it. Take one small step immediately, no matter how imperfect. And don't wait to share your journey. Find your baobab tree where you can both learn and teach. Maya's story isn't just about passing exams. It's about transforming adversity into opportunity, proving that education is not a privilege, but a right we carve out with courage and innovation. Your path might be tough, but your determination can make it extraordinary. Beyond the initial challenges, Maya's story reflects a broader truth about the power of resilience and community. In many parts of the world, children face barriers that seem insurmountable: lack of infrastructure, poverty, social restrictions, and even conflict. Yet, as Maya shows us, these barriers can be met with innovative solutions and unwavering spirit. Maya's use of solar energy to charge her smartphone is a perfect example of thinking outside the box. While many might have given up when faced with non-existent electricity, she sought alternatives. Solar power, often seen as a luxury in urban centers, became a lifeline in her village. This small act of harnessing natural energy symbolizes how resourcefulness can bridge gaps. Furthermore, Maya's transformation from learner to teacher is a critical part of her journey. Teaching others is not just a method of sharing knowledge, It's a powerful tool for reinforcing one's own understanding. When Maya gathered children under the baobab tree, she created a space of mutual growth. This act highlights how communities can uplift themselves collectively. Her experience at the boarding school also underscores an important lesson about adaptability. Moving from a quiet village to a bustling city, surrounded by unfamiliar technology and culture, could have overwhelmed her. Instead, Maya leaned on her resilience and empathy to mentor others, turning her challenges into opportunities for leadership. Back in her village, the Community Learning Center became a beacon of hope. Powered by solar energy and filled with donated resources, it represents the tangible impact of perseverance and collaboration. It is more than just a building, it is a symbol of possibility, proving that with determination and support, even the most disadvantaged communities can access quality education. Maya's narrative encourages us to look at obstacles not as dead ends, but as invitations to innovate. When traditional methods fail, creativity steps in. When circumstances are harsh, discipline and time management become crucial. When isolated, building connections and sharing knowledge can create ripple effects that transform entire communities. So, as you reflect on Maya's story, consider your own environment and challenges. Perhaps you face distractions at home, limited access to materials, or doubts about your abilities. Use Maya's example to inspire actionable steps. Identify your hurdles clearly, then imagine inventive ways to overcome them. Create a realistic schedule that respects your time. And importantly, share your journey with others, teaching, mentoring, or simply exchanging ideas. Remember, education is a journey filled with ups and downs. There will be moments of frustration and fatigue, but each step forward is progress. Maya's story is a testament to the power of grit, creativity, and community. It reminds us that no matter where we start, with the right mindset and strategies, we can carve out paths to success. Let Maya's baobab tree be a metaphor for your own learning space, a place that nurtures curiosity, encourages sharing, and fosters resilience. Whether it's a quiet corner at home, a local park bench, or a digital forum online, find your space and make it a center of growth. In closing, take a moment now to think about your biggest hurdle. Write it down. Then, list 3 imaginative and practical actions you could take to tackle it. It might be asking for help, finding new resources, adjusting your routine, or creating a support group. Choose one action and commit to taking that first step today. Maya's story is not just a tale of overcoming adversity, it is a call to action. It invites each of us to recognize that education and growth are within reach, no matter the circumstances. Through courage, innovation, and community, we can all transform obstacles into opportunities and dreams into realities.